This is gonna be good.
You
All
can't
right.
record while you're up here?
Watch
Atlanta.
this.
It's okay,
Just
I'll
watch
clip
this.
it.
Watch
Oh,
this.
but
Watch
real,
this.
real quick, Atlantic and Katie. What Katie said a minute ago, how none of them have been able to explain to you what a male or female is. Wouldn't that mean that they're the ones that don't know what a man or woman is on their side? That always say
They
we
yeah,
don't.
they don't. They don't. So watch this. Watch me cook this guy real quick.
Let
GAD.
me.
What's the
Yeah.
necessary condition for male or female?
Can I make a proposal?
No. Answer my question.
I love to answer your question. It's in the proposal.
Answer my question. Go.
All right. And after I answer the question, can you give me a can you
Go.
give me a necessary condition
Go.
of being female when I'm done?
GAD. Go.
All right. The necessary condition of being female, well, to be female would be the reproductive pathway that they took during fetal development.
And what does this reproductive pathway consist of?
The reproductive pathway would be the Malarian.
And what does that consist of? What's the question that I asked you?
What do you mean? What
What
is
does the Malarian Malarian pathway consist of?
you're not explaining? What do you mean?
What
You
does
should
the
read out
Malarian
his answer.
pathway consist
You
of? It's
asking
a
me to
very
define what the
simple
Malarian
question.
pathway is?
What? No, I'm asking you, what does it consist of?
What do you mean when you say consist of?
What is it made of? Like, what are the parts? What are we
There's
talking
no,
about? Like,
there's no parts. The pathway would be the process in which you would take to develop
to develop what?
develop reproductive reproductive anatomy.
Of, and what does that consist of,
It doesn't
GAD?
matter that we're talking. My necessary
And what
condition is
does
the
that
pathway,
consist of, GAD?
the process.
So what, having Malarian ducts is what you're saying?
No, no, the process that would lead to the development of
Of the Malarian ducts.
yes.
What?
Okay, and okay, and what is that process? Go. Because in case you weren't aware, we all start out with both ducts
Yes, we
undeveloped.
both start out with both ducts, but the process that we would take would lead to the regression or the development of either duct.
So a developed Malarian ducts is a necessary condition for a
No.
female.
Nice try though.
So
No.
just having the ducts.
No, the process, which is the
What,
pathway.
explain that process. You see, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
I was just saying, I don't. What?
Hold on, I was getting a call. What'd you say?
What does that process consist of, GAD?
You're not elaborating what you mean, what it consists of.
What does it, you're talking about a process. I'm asking you to
hmm
explain to me what that process is and what it looks like.
What that process is and what it
Yeah, so
looks
you know,
like.
like caterpillars, they go through a process of metamorphosis to become a cocoon and a butterfly. I can tell you what that process is, right, and describe to you what that looks like.
Okay.
I'm
So
asking you to tell me, what does this process look like,
okay,
and what
so
does it consist of?
the Malarian pathway refers to the crucial development process in embryogenesis.
You
Yes.
you just repeated what it was,
That's a
not what it
circular
consists of.
definition.
No,
It's a circular
what?
fallacy.
It's the development.
If I asked you what a cake was, and you went, "Oh, a cake is baking a cake," like
That's not
what?
what I said. That's not what I said. It's the development process
A
in
cake is the
embryogenesis.
process of making a cake. That's what he did.
No, the
Yeah,
development process in embryogenesis
I'm
that leads
asking
to
you, what
that
does
leads to
that
the
process
formation.
consist of?
You're saying baking a cake.
yeah. You're listen. If I
I'm
asked
telling
you what a cake consists of, you just go, "Oh, well, it's making a cake." That's not.
It's the process of making a cake. Well, what does that process consist of? Oh, it's just the process of making a
embryo. Are
cake.
you like perfectly
Yeah.
not listening? Embryogenesis that leads to the
Bro, the
formation.
circular reasoning fallacy, this guy, he don't know what the fuck he's
Am
talking
I
about.
am I speaking Japanese? Embryogenesis that leads to the formation of the reproductive structures.
Uh-huh, and what does that consist of?
What do you mean? What is it? I'm telling you.
What is that process?
You're still
Uh,
saying baking a cake.
How is this relevant to my necessary condition, anyways? But
But
I'll
this
get
is
you.
about your necessary condition, you idiot. And you cannot explain it. You're just going in a circle, in a big fat circle.
Guys, can you just
Want
explain how this
some.
pathways form? Like,
You
what's
just
the,
Okay.
want.
like, where do we
You just want
start?
some biological process to like latch onto, and now you just can't even explain what said biological process is.
This is what he does, guys. He comes up
Does
here,
this change the
embarrasses
wait?
himself, and then claims that he have won. This
Yeah.
is the fucking circle. And let me tell you something. His necessary conditions change because the last time he said it's having Mullerian and Wolffian structures. When I showed him that his logic, his worldview concludes to people not having a sex or being both at the same time, he switched his fucking shit. He
No,
switched
I've
it.
always referred to the process, and you try to bring it back to the
What
ducks.
is
That's
that?
what
No,
you're
you
trying to do
haven't.
right now.
This is something that you added now. Okay?
This
What does this process consist of?
Embryogenesis.
That
So
is the
gathering the
process, bro.
ingredients, gathering the ingredients. Like what the fuck are we talking about here? Oh my god,
Do you
I'm
know what
so fucking
embryogenesis is?
embryogenesis.
Yes. Can you
So
define
Do you?
embryogenesis?
Genesis means like when something, I think, wait, Genesis, like the
Excuse me,
development of something.
so you're saying the formation of the embryo.
The development of something. Like what? So development of Malarian ducts.
The
What?
formation and
No.
the
Why do you keep trying to go to ducks?
You
It's not
cannot
gonna
have the
happen.
Malarian pathway without the fucking ducts, you idiot.
Look,
it
look, look.
begins
It begins at the ducts.
You asked me for my necessary condition. My necessary condition is the process, the Malarian process for being female. Now, is there any other?
What does that process consist
What
of?
is your what is your
What
what
The
does
is your
that process consist of?
wait. I'm sorry. Your definition is the Malarian process for female.
or
That's
what?
your definition.
That's my necessary condition for being female is having to take that pathway.
So
And
So
how do
what's
you
your
know someone's
contention?
taken that pathway? How do you know
What's your
someone's taken? How
contention?
do you know someone has taken that pathway?
you include female in the definition for female.
Wait.
What?
How do you know
What?
someone has taken that pathway, GAD?
How do you know someone has taken that pathway? It would depends on the condition. But for 90 what 90 what is it
Yeah, for
99%?
female, how do you know someone has taken the Malarian
Yeah, for
pathway?
99% of females, you would know based on their reproductive
I'm
anatomy.
asking you for necessary conditions was
I
100%, not
gave you the
99.
necessary condition.
No, it's if you're saying 99, it's not necessary.
No, the necessary condition is the process, and I'm
Can you
saying you
find me a
asked me
human
how
that's
I
not a
would
mammal?
wait, but you asked me
Can you
how
find
I
me a
would
human
know.
that's not a mammal?
You notice you're not letting me finish.
Can you find me a human that's not a mammal?
You asked me. I gave you the
GAD,
necessary condition
it's
already.
not necessary if it's 99%.
No, that's not. No, the necessary condition isn't what's 99%. You asked me how do I know that they went through that process? How do I know they have that necessary
Which is
condition?
based on the
And I'm
assumption that they're
naming.
female. Hold on one second. This condition that you're giving
Exactly.
is based on the assumption already that they are female. Because you have to have the assumption that they took the Malarian pathway of female by assuming that they're female to begin with. How else would they
No,
take? Yes, you would.
every female on the planet took the Malarian pathway. That is my necessary condition.
Okay, here it
So what's
goes.
your contention?
Check this out. Check this out. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Okay.
Listen to this. The Malarian pathway is a process that occurs during early embryonic development and involves the differentiation of the Malarian ducts into female reproductive structures. In mammals, this pathway plays a key role in the formation of female reproductive system. In embryonic development, gonadal determination, at the start, embryos have two sets of ducts, Malarian ducts potentially female and Wolffian ducts potentially male. The sex chromosome XX female or XY male determines the eventual development of reproductive organs. In this case, of a female embryo XX, the default pathway is the development of Malarian ducts into female structures, right? So the process is the ducts developing into female reproductive structures. Do you know what the Malarian ducts develop into, GAD? Do you want me to tell you? Right. So what you're
This has
saying
nothing
is
to
the
do with
necessary
my necessary
condition.
condition.
What you're saying is the necessary condition for female is having a uterus and fallopian tubes.
Yeah,
And
nice try.
that
Nice
is
try.
what that is what
Nice
the
try.
Malarian process or pathway means. I just read it to you.
Yeah, nice try. That's not what I'm saying. The process is what I'm
And the process occurs during early development and involves differentiation. The process involves differentiation of the Malarian ducts into female reproductive structures.
yes.
So the process is the Malarian ducts differentiating into female reproductive structures, i.e., what
Yes.
Malarian ducts form into, which is
No,
uteruses.
that's
Okay,
not what I'm
do
saying.
you want
You're
to
putting
bet?
words in my mouth.
Do you want?
You're putting
So
words in my mouth.
then what does the process mean then? Because
The
that's what the process
you just
means.
explained it. You just explained it. The process is which the differentiation between both ducts. Not having the ducts, the process that it takes to differentiate
They
the
already
ducts is what
have
I'm
both
talking
ducts,
about.
you idiots. At the start,
No,
embryos
I'm
have two
saying
sets of ducts,
we know
Malarian
that.
ducts, potentially female, and Wolffian ducts, potentially male.
Yes, we know that.
Every single fetus has both ducts.
Yes, we know that. You're not
Okay,
saying
so
anything.
the process of the Malarian pathway is when it develops into female reproductive structures.
Yes, we would develop into either fully functioning Malarian ducts or fully functioning Wolffian ducts Yes, the process, not having them, not having the fully functioning ducts, not having this, not having that. The process is my
The
necessary
process
condition.
means
So what is your
the
contention?
process means that the ducts develop into female reproductive structures. That's what the
No,
process
because
means.
because you could still have the process and not have fully functioning Müllerian ducts or fully developed Müllerian ducts. But the process was still occurred.
Right. So some females
So
can be
what is your
lacking.
contention?
Some people can be lacking some female reproductive structures. Sure.
Yes, so that's why I'm not
So
referring to the
which one is
structure.
the necessary?
The
Just the
process.
ducts?
The
There. Okay.
process.
If there is no structure, no process fucking occurred.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Humans can develop no reproductive process. Atlantic.
Yeah. CAIS.
They
They
didn't
don't
take the
have
process.
Wolfian and they don't have Malarian.
Ducks. They don't have the ducks, but they took a process. Try again.
So is the dust a necessary condition?
No, I'm pretty sure everyone on this panel, all
Bro,
103
are you
people, are
listening to
hearing
this
me.
fucking idiot?
I'm pretty sure everyone's hearing me say process
Okay,
a trillion times.
process that occurs is involves the differentiation of Malarian ducts into female reproductive structures. That's what the process
Yes,
means.
yes.
So female reproductive structures are a necessary condition.
No, yo, you're embarrassing yourself. This is crazy. You're saying you're confirming what I'm saying, and then you're saying, "Well, you mean this?" No, I mean the process. The process is what I
The
mean.
process, and what does the process mean?
You're getting cooked.
And what does the process mean, GAD? No, you're not.
The
You're getting
process would be
cooked.
the differentiating between the two, the development between the two ducks.
Thank you. So
Yes, not the ducks
the
themselves. The
process
process
is
of
the
differentiating.
differentiation of the Malarian ducts into female reproductive structures.
Yes, the process of it happening,
Thank you. You
not the
just
ducks
cooked
themselves.
yourself. You just
Not the ducks
fucking cooked
themselves.
yourself. You
This is a
cannot have the process without the ducts, you idiot.
failed gaslight. Failed
I'm
gaslight.
sorry. Can you have the process without the ducts?
Can you have the process without we start out with both ducks, but
Can
they're
you
not
have
fully
the
developed.
process without the ducts, GAD?
We start out with both ducks,
Can
but
you
they're not
have the
fully developed.
process without the ducts, GAD? Was the question I asked you.
I'm not sure I fully understand your question.
Can you go down the process of Malarian pathway without the
Mhm.
ducts?
Without the ducks present,
Uh-huh.
fully developed ducks.
I'm sorry, there's like a half a developed
Be
duck.
honest, bro. Gosh.
No, the duck isn't fully developed before the process.
They're not okay.
Dun
So
dun dun.
when
You're
the
cooked.
process occurs, then that means they're fully developed, right?
It's what's supposed to happen is after the process is
That's not
finished.
the question that I asked you. So when the
What's the question?
process occurs, the Malarian ducts have developed, right?
After the process occurs,
The
yes,
Malarian ducts have developed.
it
Right.
should
And
have
do you know
fully
what that
developed.
means? Female reproductive structures.
Yes.
That's what developed. So your necessary condition for female is female reproductive structures. Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God! What? It's not gonna happen, Atlantic.
Oh
Atlantic.
my
It's not gonna
God,
happen.
this guy is such an
Do you agree
idiot.
that there's a difference between the process and the
Bro,
structure?
that you got cooked again. You got
I
cooked.
can read you right now. Watch here. Malarian ducts,
Uh-huh.
right?
Go
The
ahead.
embryonic structure is present in early development. The pathway,
Uh-huh.
the process by which the Malarian ducts develop into reproductive organs. Do you understand that there's a
Into
differentiation
what
between the
reproductive
ducts,
organs?
the
Into what?
female reproductive organs? The
Okay.
process.
So the process means
The process and structures are two different things.
okay, so I already explained this to you earlier. In order for you to have a process, you have to have the ducts first. And as we already all know, well, you didn't know, like, 'cause I told you this a couple days ago, every single fetus or embryo starts with both ducts, with
Yes, we.
bipotential gonads. They can go either way. So
Yes.
if somebody goes down the Malarian process, what that means is that the Malarian ducts developed into female reproductive structures.
Yes.
So your necessary condition is female
Why are
reproductive
you telling me my
structures.
necessary condition? I'm telling you
Because
my
you're
necessary condition
defining
is
it
the
as the
pathway.
process. The process means that it developed into female reproductive structures.
Yes, the process is
Oh
which.
my God. A, B,
Yes,
C, 1, 2, 3. This is not hard at all.
you keep trying. This is what you keep trying to put words in my mouth to try to put me in a corner, and it's
You
not
said
gonna
it's the
happen.
process, right? The
My
necessary,
necessary condition is simply the process. The
and the
process is
process of the Malarian ducts, right? Developing.
yes, just the process. I don't care about the
Okay,
ducts
so
being
the
present if they fully
process, well, you
developed.
cannot have the process without the ducts being present, you idiot. So the process means, right, that the Malarian ducts developed into female reproductive structures.
No, you're referencing the fully functioning ducts. No, I'm not talking about the fully
No
functioning
one
because,
is
like you
talking about
mentioned,
that. No one is talking about that.
mentioned,
The ducts are just there. The Mullerian pathway is a process that occurs during early development and involves the differentiation of the Mullerian ducts into female reproductive structures.
yes,
So the process is defined as the differentiation of the
yes.
Mullerian ducts into female reproductive structures.
Thank you. Yes, that
So
is not
your
a necessary
necessary
condition.
condition is female reproductive
No, how are
structures.
you? Is anybody else understanding this? How are you drawing this? How are you going to
Justine,
confirm what I'm
somebody else,
saying
please, because I don't
and
know
then
what else.
say
I think
you
I'm
mean
There's no.
talking
this?
in Japanese with this guy.
I'm
So
saying the process.
you
You're saying
said
no, the
no, no,
structure.
no. You said you don't care about if the ducks are present. You would have to care about if the ducks were present because you can't have the process without
The
the
ducks.
ducks. Yeah, so you would care about the ducks being present, i.e., they would have to through the process go into female reproductive organs. So you do care about female reproductive organs.
Yeah. So first of all, right? So
So
first of all,
he's
right?
listing the reproductive structures of female as a necessary condition because that's what the process means.
Right, you're just saying process without defining it. Like you can't just say process and think that's like a loophole. You still have to define that, and you've been defining it, and then Atlantic's destroying your argument every single time. You're
How
just
I'm
not.
I'm clearly define. I define. You want me to define it again?
You're not understanding. You don't need to define it. Like you are just saying process because you think that's like a word that's getting you around her like her argument, and it's not.
It literally is.
It's not
It
an
literally
argument. I'm
is.
not giving an argument. I'm giving a
Okay,
critique
sorry.
to
But you're still
his
making me
whatever he's
define it.
saying. Yeah, I'm going to simplify for you even further, GAD, because it's like you have a comprehension issue. So here it goes. The Mullerian pathway is the process during early development where the female reproductive organs form.
Yes.
The process is when the female reproductive organs form.
No, that's not the process. The
That's, I'm
process.
gonna read it to you again. The Mullerian pathway is the process where the female reproductive organs form. The Mullerian ducts develop into fallopian tubes, uterus, and upper vagina. That is what you're listing as a necessary condition.
No. Oh my God. Oh my
I'm
God.
going to read it to you again. The Mullerian pathway is the process where the female reproductive organs form.
Yes, the process, Atlantic, the process where it forms. So if the process occurs, right?
What
Let's
is
try
it
to push it
forming?
forward.
What is
Let's
it
try to
forming,
push it forward.
GAD?
Look.
What is it forming?
Yes, it's supposed to be forming the
No,
reproductive
what
anatomy.
is it forming, GAD?
Supposed to be forming the reproductive organs, the
So
female
what you're
reproductive
saying
organs.
is that
It's
okay,
supposed to be
if
doing
that
that.
doesn't
Oh my God.
form, if that doesn't form, then there is no fucking process.
No, that's not true because there's multiple example intersex
The
conditions where
process
wait, hold
where
on.
the female reproductive organs form. If the female reproductive organs don't form, there was no fucking process, you dingus. Bro, I
Wrong. There's
can't. I
multiple
can't with this
intersex
idiot.
conditions where
I
the
can't.
process happened and the reproductive anatomy didn't fully develop. So
Okay,
Wait,
what are
hold
you
on.
wait
talking
one
about?
second, one second. If they ended up with some female reproductive structures, then the process occurred.
Malarian agenesis,
What define that?
where they either don't have a
Like an
fully developed
MRKH?
duct or absence of the duct. So they don't have the reproductive
Right. So
anatomy at all.
someone who
And the
doesn't
process still
right.
happened.
I love that you brought this up because you just cooked yourself again. If your necessary condition for female is the process,
Yes.
and you just acknowledge that many females never went through the process,
I never
how
said
the
that.
fuck are they female? You just said that.
I said, listen, maybe listen. Look, I said they either have no ducts or underdeveloped ducts, but the process still
If
occurs.
they have no ducts, then a process cannot fucking occur because the ducts are absent, you idiot.
So wait. So you're saying people with
The
Malarian
process
agenesis?
can
Wait,
only
hold on.
occur if the ducts are present.
You're saying people with Malarian agenesis didn't take the Malarian pathway. Is that your claim?
That's what you said.
Is that your claim?
Yep, there are people
Don't
who
run,
didn't.
don't run, don't
There's
please don't run.
people who didn't take that pathway at all, which is why they don't have any reproductive structures.
So you're saying people with Malarian agenesis didn't take the pathway.
Yeah, that's what Malarian genesis means.
That's when you're gonna die. Okay, bet. All right.
GAD,
Yeah.
how do you think people with Malarian agenesis differentiate between people with Wolffian agenesis? Just out of curiosity.
Hold on. Let me grab this source for her real quick.
He's about to get cooked with his own source.
Also, NIH, WHO, and CAU, all their definitions agree with Atlantic, and what she's been saying this entire time as well. Their definitions hold the same relevancy that Atlantic has been saying this entire time.
Yeah, no one's disagreeing with Atlantic, but she's saying my necessary
You are
conditions, the
dissing.
structures,
It's
when I'm saying
not
it's the process.
necessary. It's not necessary.
I'm saying it's the process. She's saying no, it's a structure.
The process means that the female reproductive structure is developed.
No, I just gave you an example of that not happening.
That is
Malaria
what the
genesis.
process. Then these people didn't go down that process. If they
Okay,
have
I just
if
researched
they
it. I
have
got you.
some,
I
one
got you.
second, shut up. If they have some that developed, then they went on the process. If they don't have any at all, then it didn't go through the process.
Okay, well, you're wrong. So yes, individuals
Okay.
with Malarian agenesis do follow the Malarian pathway during embryonic development, but the process is incomplete or disrupted. Here's how's why, and we could name a bunch of reasons. So you're wrong. Concede.
No.
Concede.
Nope.
Wait. Kat, you just said it too. They've gone down the path. It just stopped. So they've still developed.
If I laugh smugly, I win. You didn't win this debate, bro.
wait. Well, so I just read it to her. She goes, no, nuh-uh. You were wrong.
Prove
Concede.
yourself with what you read.
Read it again, GAD.
Okay, all right. So yes, you claimed the whole claim that the hill you wanted to die on was that they didn't take the pathway. I said I researched it. It says yes, individual with Malarian agenesis do follow the Malarian pathway during embryonic development, but the process is incomplete or disrupted. Here's how's why.
So they still
So
got down the
females,
path.
so here it is.
So please concede.
Females who not develop Malarian pathway may have conditions like Malarian agenesis, also called Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome. In this condition, Malarian ducts fail to develop, leading to absence or underdeveloped of key female reproductive organs, absent uterus, absent or underdeveloped fallopian tubes, absent or shortened vagina. So in cases of female who have Malarian agenesis, they did not go down the pathway because they're lacking the organs that Malarian ducts form into: uteruses, fallopian tubes, and upper vagina.
Whoa. So wait, hold on. So two things, right? One, it didn't say that
You
they didn't
seem
take the
to you
pathway.
don't understand that
You're
MRKH,
getting cooked.
there's variations of it. Some of
Look,
them end up with some parts, some of them don't end up with nothing at all.
but the process
Okay?
is how they ended up with some
If
part.
they
or
don't
with
have
nothing
anything at all, right? They don't have the uterus, fallopian tubes, or upper vagina. They didn't go down that fucking pathway because that's what that pathway develops into.
Whoa. You're about to two things. You're about to cook yourself. One, it didn't say they didn't take the pathway. And two, so you're saying
I just
let
read
me
it to
grant
you.
this.
I'm
Let
going
me
to read it
grant
to
you
you
this.
again. 1 second. I'll read it to you again. Females who do not develop Malarian pathway may have conditions like Malarian agenesis, also called Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome, whatever the fuck you pronounce that, or MRKH. In this condition, the Malarian ducts fail to develop, leading to the absent or underdeveloped, remember, absent or underdeveloped of key female reproductive organs.
Can I have your source? It
Absent
sound like
uterus.
AI.
Let me ask you a question, GAD.
Is that AI?
What does the Malarian
Could be. Is that
pathway
AI?
turn into? What does that turn
Is
into?
that was that
What
AI?
does it turn into?
Was that AI?
GAD. That's a deflection. What does it turn into, GAD?
It's supposed to turn into a female
Not
reproductive.
supposed to. What do Malarian ducts turn into? What do they form into?
I thought you said the pathway. My bad. The ducts are supposed to turn into what? Ovaries.
No.
Uterus.
No.
Fallopian
They
tubes.
don't turn into ovaries.
Reproductive. Female reproductive.
Which
organs.
ones?
Not sure specifically. Make your point.
So Malarian ducts, when they go through the process, right, form into uteruses, fallopian tubes, and upper vagina. Now,
Okay.
someone who is lacking a uterus, fallopian tubes, and upper vagina, did they go down Malarian pathway?
Yes. Wait. So
How?
I'm glad you.
How are
brought
they
that-
going down the
Oh
pathway if
my
they're not
God.
developing
God.
it?
Oh
So-
my
so-
god! Oh
so
my
can I ask you a
god! Oh
question?
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! This guy
How many
is such
pathways
a
are there,
fucking
Atlantic?
disingenuous piece of shit. That's a pivot.
There are only two of them.
That's
Two
a
pathways.
pivot.
Thank you, Addie.
That's
Okay,
a pivot.
here's the thing though.
Wait, I have
Here's the
another
thing,
question.
Sweetie.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
before you crash out. Here's the thing though. If the person is assigned female at birth with either XX chromosomes, but they do not have the required things, then they do not go that pathway.
No.
Yes,
So you're
basic
wrong.
logic. If A,
Wait.
then B. If A is required for B, then B cannot exist without A. So if Mullerian ducts during the process form into uteruses, fallopian tubes, and upper vagina, and there's a female out there in the case of MRKH who are lacking those three, it's because they did not go down that pathway.
No, the process still happened. You used AI just now.
Wait,
The
That's not what I want to
process
accept.
means-
The process still
GAD.
happened, but something happened during the process that caused them to not develop fully
That
functioning
something interrupted the
reproductive
process
anatomy.
from
But I
occurring.
want to ask you a question though. So
Something
you're
interrupted the process from occurring. So the process did not
not
occur.
from occurring, something happened during the process. Every human being on the planet
Something
took a process.
interrupted the process from occurring, which is why they didn't
Atlantic,
go down that
why are
pathway.
you running? Why are you running? Every
I'm not
human being
running.
She's
on-
not
I'm
running.
gonna
Every
keep
If I
saying
say,
the same thing
let's
over
put
and
it
over and
this
over
way.
because you're being
Hold on though.
obtuse.
Every human on the planet took a process. You're saying people with
Nah, that's not always true.
oh, that's not always true.
at
They're
all.
sexist.
Like
I
that,
just showed you an
she
example.
just show you MRKH. They didn't go through
They're
the pathway.
females. They took a reproductive pathway.
They're
females.
female, not because they took a reproductive pathway necessarily. It's because of something else.
Wait, Atlantic, you know what? Let's end this all. Let's
Based
end this all
off
right
of
now.
your
Give me a
necessary
source.
conditions. Hey,
Give me-
hey, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's very simple, very simple. The process is when this shit develops into female reproductive structures. What does that develop into? Uteruses, fallopian tubes, and upper vagina. Now, a female who is born lacking these three, that means that the Mullerian process did not occur or failed to occur.
No, so you're saying they either went through no process or they went through the Wolfian? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Is that
Why
what
are
the
you not
fuck I said?
tracking?
Is that what you're saying?
Why
that what I
are you
said?
not
Options.
tracking,
There's
dude?
two pathways. That's the only
Okay.
option.
Like this
Wait.
is so fucking embarrassing. Why
The
are you
other
not tracking?
the other option would be going through no pathway whatsoever. Why is that? That's
Biologically impossible in human beings. And Alan, I would love to see your source, Atlantic, that says people with
Biologically
MRKA
impossible for human beings, is what you said?
Yes, to go through neither pathway. Yes.
Wait, I have a
I would love to
question.
see.
If I started baking a cake, I got through with like the flour, the eggs, and I just stopped there. Did I go through with the entire process of
No, you didn't
making a
go through
cake?
the entire process. No, you did not go through the entire process, but you started the process. You went down
Okay.
the process
Did
that
I go
involved
through the
making a
process of
cake.
making? I started the
Of course.
Did
process.
she make the
but didn't
cake?
finish the process, right?
Nope, she didn't finish.
So
she
she didn't
finish
make the cake, right?
but she went through the process of making a cake.
Okay,
You're
going
close.
through the process is not going fully.
My pronouns are he, him, by the way, so I just wanted to make that clear.
Bugs. You went through the process of making a cake.
No, I didn't, because I stopped midway through.
No, they
Yes,
didn't.
but you still started the
Why are
process
you
of making
like
a cake. You went down
this?
that process.
Can you
of making a
define
cake.
process, GAD?
If I went down
I
that process,
don't have
I would have
different
ended with
process.
the.
I'll
If
give
I
you
went down
definition.
that process, I would have ended with the
Wait,
result of a
define
cake.
process. What do you mean by process, GAD?
Series of actions taken or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end.
Did it achieve that particular end?
You're cooked.
In order
You're
to
cooked.
achieve,
Did it
achieve a
achieve?
particular end, did it achieve that? No.
The series or action.
Wait, so if I
taken
if
in
I
order to
started a
fucking
cake,
cooked.
if I started a cake with just eggs, flour, and I stopped there, I don't reach the end result of said cake.
You
I'm
took the
not
series and actions and steps taken to reach.
No, I
this-
didn't.
to
No, I
cook the
didn't.
cake.
I took 2 steps. One,
Yes,
2.
you took series and actions to do what the fuck.
Yeah, but I didn't get the end result.
That's
doesn't
not
matter, you
one
took
second. This
series
guy,
and
he has a
action.
reading comprehension issue. So he got that from Oxford. A series of actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. So the necessary condition for what defines process is actions or steps taken in order to achieve a particular end. So in order to achieve a particular end. Doesn't say partially.
Yeah,
It
this
says a
quote's Elsevier, by the
particular
way.
end. So if the particular end did not occur, then the process didn't occur.
Yo, how are you, bro? Come on, you do this all the time. Like you make up your own shit on the fly. You just
I
read
have
the
it in front of my
definition.
face.
Dude.
All
I have it in
understood the
front of my
definition, and then
face.
you
Look,
said
it's
that
right
this
here.
means this.
Is that not
the
what you're
fuck?
doing right now?
It's
by
right
the way?
here. Look. In
Yes,
order to
where does it say
achieve, hey, does it say typically to achieve a particular end?
Go
Does
ahead,
it
go
say
ahead, go
that? Does it say typically to achieve a particular end?
It does it.
Or does
Can
it
you
say to
answer?
partially achieve a particular end? Does it say that, the definition? GAD? Does it say to typically achieve a particular end or to partially achieve a particular end? Does it say that?
What
Okay,
does it
to
say before?
achieve a
I'm waiting for
particular
you to
end.
read what it says before that, because
The
I'm pretty sure we all
series
have
of
that.
actions or steps taken in order to
Okay, all
achieve a
right.
particular end.
All right. The series and actions taken. It didn't say you need to achieve the end. You need to do this. This is the
It does
series and
say
actions
that in
taken.
order
We can
to
all read.
achieve,
Stop trying to gaslight us. We can
in
all read.
order to achieve a particular end.
Yes, the series and action. It's referring to the series and action, not the
So
particular end. It's referring
this
to
is
the
part of the
series and
condition of
action.
this definition. This is part of
So
it
if you
right
didn't
here.
take every
Yes, that's
series
the
of
goal, is to
actions, you
achieve
didn't
the
complete.
something at the end.
To
Yes.
achieve a particular end.
Yes, that is the goal. But the act, what the
What
process
does
is
that
the
mean? What does
action
that mean to achieve a particular end, GAD?
to accomplish something, I guess.
Okay, so if this thing you started a quote unquote process to accomplish something, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't, then it failed.
What? Every
It failed.
process, every single process on the planet has to have completed its purpose.
What?
Every process, not just with reproduction, every process in life has to have completed its purpose in order for it to be a process. If I took the process to go make it to the NBA and I failed, does that mean I didn't take that process?
Did you
You
take all steps to get to
you
the
didn't
NBA?
achieve, but that's the point.
I didn't achieve. Thank you. I didn't
You
achieve,
didn't
but I still
achieve
took the
it.
process.
Wait, but did you go through
If you
every
took the
single
process to go
step?
get
Hold
a
on one
job,
second.
but you
Wait,
got
did you
denied from the job, you still took the process.
but did you take every single step in order to do that? That's what the quantifier here that we're missing
It
is.
doesn't say that in the definitions. I don't know why you making
Yes,
up
it
something like
does. It
that.
says the entire
A series
what?
of actions or steps taken in order
series
to
of
achieve a
actions and text.
process.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so if there's like
series of
certain ones required to complete a process and you don't take those steps, then you're not enacting the process.
A series of action. Yes. If you
Yes,
took a series of
if
actions
you
to
and if
accomplish
you
something, that is a process.
again, and if they're specific and you didn't take those those specific ones, then you didn't do the process.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say that.
Yes, it.
If I took the process to go get a job and I got denied from the job or something would happen, I
Yeah,
crashed
but you
my
went through
car
all the
as
specific
It
on the way
depends
to
on
the
the
steps.
interview,
process that you're
I still took the
taking.
process.
If I say,
You still took
oh,
all the
I'm going
steps
through the
present.
process of getting a job and I just apply for one job and not send a resume and every other thing, then you're not going through the process that makes you achieve that goal.
Yes, say for the perfect example. Let's use that example, right? Say you're applying for a job, send in your resume. You took a fucking assessment or something, but then you didn't go to the interview. You still took the process in order to get that job, but you didn't complete the process. You took the process though. That is required to do that job.
You didn't take the process
You're
though
cooked.
because you didn't go to the interview.
Didn't complete the process, but
It's
I took the
part of the
process.
process, sweetie. Like,
I
why are
didn't
you not
complete the
getting it?
process. I didn't. We all agree that we didn't complete the process, but we took the process. You're
But it's
cooked.
part of the process, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so was the process achieved?
No.
Thank you.
Wait, this
I would
this
never
doesn't
do
make
all
any
this.
sense because if you're not taking a step of the process, then you're not doing the process. That makes no sense.
This guy, he already got cooked a long time ago. He's just coaching at this point.
No,
Oh
no,
my
but you
God.
try to say there's individuals, right? But
Again,
first
like
of
I'm
all,
going to bring up the cake example. If I specifically like stop at the middle of me just doing egg and flour and I don't continue the rest of the process of making a cake, I'm not going through with the process of making a
you
cake.
didn't go. Yeah, you didn't finish the process, but you started the process. Thank you. You're cooked. Atlantic. I want your source saying that MRKH syndrome, that they don't take the process. I want your source, not AI. I want your source.
I didn't use AI.
Give me a source. I would love to see this.
I like that you have to tell yourself that you cooked or something, but your
Bugs, it's
plate
okay.
is still
Right.
full.
Bugs, it's okay. It's okay, Buck. It's okay.
Like that shit.
Bro,
that
wait,
shit
look
burned.
at your profile picture. You feel quiet right now?
Yeah, I look cute.
I know. How are you taking a process but not going through the steps of taking that process? That makes no sense.
Incomplete process.
Then it's not an active process, is it?
You guys try to claim that there are people who are on the planet that didn't take either reproductive pathways. I would love to see that. I would love to name the name.
Nobody
Yeah,
said
if they
that.
didn't, if they stopped going through the process, then they no longer go
Wait,
through the
didn't
Name the
process.
condition.
What?
Didn't Atlantic read it to you like several times, and Atlantic
Of
said
AI.
that
Yes,
He's
I
just
that
asked
they
for AI.
they don't fully go through the process when it comes to
I'm gonna
MRK.
read
Yeah,
it
but
to
they
you
took the
again.
process.
This is from females with Mayer-Rokitansky-Kuster-Hauser syndrome, MRKH, also known as Mullerian agenesis. Typically develops secondary sexual characteristics of impurity, including breast development and pubic hair growth. This occurs despite the congenital absence of the uterus and fallopian tubes and upper thirds of the vagina. So the Mullerian ducts, that's what they turn into,
No,
GAD.
no, I don't want your interpretation. I want a source
That's not
that's
my
saying,
interpretation.
oh
Do you
my
want me to
God.
show you? Okay, what do Mullerian ducts turn into?
Look, we
Check
know
this
what
out.
malaria ducts turn into.
So why are you saying that that's her interpretation if you know
Because
what they
we're
turn
talking about the
into?
process. We understand that the process can happen and you can still
What was
have.
her interpretation that you're speaking of?
She's saying that because they didn't fully develop. This is exactly what she's saying. Because they didn't fully develop these organs, that mean they could have never went through the process, because the process is supposed to produce these organs. That's crazy
That's
work, because we
exactly what that
understand.
means. That's
No,
exactly
because
what
we
that
understand
means.
that people take
Gad,
these processes.
your entire argument is if you're not doing the process, you went through the process. This makes no sense.
Hmm?
It doesn't at
No,
all.
we understand, and I just gave an example. And I gave multiple other examples where the process occurred, but it didn't. You didn't come out with fully functioning reproductive anatomy.
So the process didn't occur
If
fully,
the
The
process
right?
isn't
process didn't occur
occurring,
fully. Thank you,
if
Addie.
So
the
W
so
process
once
concession
isn't
Addie.
again, so once
W
again, you
concession
shouldn't say
Addie.
so you shouldn't say it occurred
Yes,
because
the
it didn't
process occurred.
occur. It didn't.
They
if
took
the
a
entire
pathway.
one second, if the
You literally
entire
just admitted to
process
it.
if the entire process is one
Why are you
thing
not
and they didn't
tracking?
go through that, then why would it have occurred?
The
Yes, because
process
Right?
there's two
Why are
occurred,
you
but it
not
pathways,
didn't
right?
tracking?
occur.
There's two pathways, and the pathway is the process. They started one pathway. You can't go back and turn around and go to the other one, and you can't do neither.
If
You
again,
went down a pathway.
if the process is the steps and they didn't take these steps, then where is the process occurring?
They went through a pathway. They took a specific pathway. There's two of them. They took one pathway. Something happened that stopped it from fully functioning, but they took that pathway, and that is my necessary condition. Atlantic, you're cooked.
Taking the pathway
Okay,
is your
I know you're
necessary
coping
condition.
really hard with this shit, GAD, because you can't grasp like what's actually happening here. But here it goes. The Mullerian ducts will ultimately form the uterus or fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, and proximal third of the vagina in females. So, if the process did not occur, right, this individual will be lacking all of these because that is what the process means. When the process of the Mullerian, whatever, occurs, they end up with either one of these, okay? All of them, some of them, maybe just one of them. If it didn't occur, they have none of these,
Yeah, you're trying to give your
okay?
interpretation because you can't find
It's
a
not
source. It's
my
okay. It's
interpretation. It's
okay.
right in front of your face, buddy.
I just explained to you that yes, the
It's right in
process
front of
didn't
your
occur.
face.
The path they took the pathway for that to happen, and it didn't happen. Something happened during the process that
They
stopped that from
didn't take the
happening. We
pathway
get
because
that,
it failed. It
but
failed.
you can't find a source that says people with
They
If you
tried to take the
fail,
pathway and
didn't
if
it
you
take the
didn't
fail
pathway.
to
happen.
take a
So I'll find it for
pathway,
you.
if you fail to take a pathway, does that mean you took the pathway, GAD?
Say that again. I was reading something.
If you fail to take the pathway, does that mean you took the pathway?
If you fail to, yes, 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 yes,
Okay,
yes,
I'm done. Goodbye.
absolutely. Let's think of a water slide.
Goodbye.
Let's
You're done.
think of a water slide. You go down one. It's two slides. You go down one. You
If you
failed. You
fail
got
to go
stuck.
down
You
the
got
water
stuck, but you
slide,
still took
if
that
you
pathway. You still took that
failed,
water
no, no,
slide.
no, no. If you fail to go down the water slide, did you go down the water slide?
You didn't fully. You took the pathway to go down that water slide.
If you
You're cooked.
fail to go down the water slide because something interrupted it,
Mhm.
right? Did you go down the water slide?
You took that pathway to go down that water slide.
I can't do this with this guy
You didn't fully
anymore.
make it down the water slide, but you took the
Wait,
pathway to go
what
down the
you're
water
not
slide.
understanding is that they didn't even got into the water slide. They were in the beginning
So if I
of
was
the
Listen,
water
I'm on a
slide.
driving,
They didn't
highway.
even
if I
went
was
down it.
driving, and one second, if I was driving like from my house to like whatever water park it is, and I get into a fucking car accident,
Mhm.
did I go down the water slide?
Look, yeah, you took the pathway to go down that water slide. Yes. Well, this isn't a hard question. I'm on the highway. I'm on the
Is
highway.
this
Look,
man
look,
for real or is he
look. I'm on the
Yeah,
comedy?
that's
highway.
that's unfortunately GAD right there.
Look, I'm on the highway,
Damn.
right? I'm supposed to take my exit. I continue and didn't take my exit. Did I go down the
Which
pathway?
means you didn't go down the pathway. End of
Yeah, I didn't go.
story.
Yes, yes. But what pathway did I go? I
Thank
went
you.
down one
Just
of the
conceded
pathways.
by.
I went down one of
You
the
just
That
pathways.
conceded by.
wouldn't be
You're
the great
running. You're
that wouldn't
running.
be the argument to use because if you continued going down a different process, then you went down a
You
different
the
process.
process.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
went down one of the process. Thank you. W concession. You're
No,
cooked.
but you
Atlantic,
said
you're
that
cooked.
for malaria, and if you miss it or something goes wrong, you didn't go down that pathway, but you did anyways. That is what you're saying.
Yes, I went down the path. I took a pathway. I'm supposed to get off on 130. I took 130. Something happened on 130. I crashed on 130, but I still took 130. I'm down 130. You're cooked.
That's a different example than you just gave.
What do you
You just
mean?
cooked yourself. You just gave an entirely different like hypothetical.
Yeah, I just replaced the highway with 130. 130 would be the highway.
No, that wasn't what
Well,
you
keep up,
replaced. You
please.
said you like crashed or something.
Yes,
That's another
that's
quantum
an
layer.
analogy to describe something happening during the process that would stop me from making it to my destination.
Yeah, he
The
completely straw
destination
man.
meaning universe.
You completely like straw
No, the
man.
hypothetical was that you were at an exit and then you missed the exit and continued going forward rather than turning onto that exit. That was the hypothetical you gave, not that you crashed beforehand. You still
So
wouldn't have like continued with the process of going onto the exit though.
Jihad, what
it's
starts these pathways too? Just out of curiosity.
what started
You
these
know?
pathways?
Mm-hmm.
Chromosome.
The chromosomes.
Yeah. For males, it would be the
The
Y, the
chromosomes are
activation of the
essential
Y
for the
chromosome.
pathways.
I'm sorry, repeat
No.
that.
I said so. The chromosomes are essential for the pathways.
I wouldn't say because there's
So
XX.
why did you say it
Well,
was chromosomes?
anti what's it called? AMH, anti-malarian hormones. I would say that's necessary for the, but I don't know. It
Okay,
has nothing
Okay,
to do
so
with
the,
my
it's the
one
scientific
second,
hormones.
one
stuff.
second. You know, I love that he brought this up. One second, I love that he brought this up. So check this out. Watch me cook him again because he's already been cooked.
You're welcome.
GAD, GAD.
Yeah, we are just saying.
So what causes the Malarian ducts to regress?
To regress,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
anti-malarian hormones.
Great. And what causes the Wolffian ducts to go through the process of developing?
I think there's something else, but I would say the absence of a Y chromosome. I could be wrong.
No, it's androgens.
Okay.
Androgens. Okay?
All right.
With no androgens, you cannot develop Wolffian anything.
You could be right. I really don't know.
No, I am right because I
You
read
can
about
literally
this.
look it up right now.
So you have an individual who has testes and is producing anti-Malarian hormone, which is regressing the Malarian ducts, but is also completely insensitive to androgens. What fucking path did that person take?
Androgen. What's it called? What's the name of that? Androgen.
That's not the question I asked you.
Because I need
So
the
you have
condition. I don't know the condition.
someone, you don't have to know the condition, okay? You have someone who has internal testes, right? Who is producing anti-Malarian hormone, which causes the Malarian ducts to regress. They don't develop into shit. But because they're also completely insensitive to androgens, Wolffian ducts cannot also go through the process. What pathway does this person take?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the last part?
Oh my God.
Androgen. It's called the condition
So
is
you
called
have
androgen.
forget about what the condition is called.
No, because you know you're gonna
Okay,
be.
I already explained to you how this works. Anti-Malarian hormone causes the Malarian ducts to not develop into shit. They regress and they become something else. Androgen is what causes Wolffian ducts to go through the process of developing, right? So no androgens, you don't go down Wolffian pathway. Malarian ducts suppressed through AMH, you don't go down Malarian pathway either. So you have a person, right, who produces anti-Malarian hormone, which causes the Malarian pathway process to not occur at all, but they're also completely insensitive to androgens, which causes the Wolffian pathway to not develop at all either. What pathway did this person go through?
I'm not sure. I would need the name of the condition to tell you. But I can. You know what I can guarantee you though? Atlantic, they took a pathway. They took a fucking pathway.
You literally just said that you
Okay,
don't know
so
which pathway.
anti-Malarian hormone regresses Malarian ducts, which means you don't go through that pathway. And the lack of androgens means you don't go through the Wolffian pathway either, because that is what causes the Wolffian pathway to process whatever you define that as. If a person has both of the conditions at the same time, where they're regressing Malarian ducts, but also completely insensitive to androgens, which they cannot go down the Wolffian either, what pathway did they go through?
Neither.
That's a good question.
Neither.
I'm not a.
Neither.
Neither, sir.
Neither.
Like
Neither.
this
You're
is
sure about
like.
that? Name
Oh
the
my
condition, please.
God.
Name the condition. Name the condition.
CAIS.
CAIS.
Uh-huh.
You sure it's not AIS?
No, complete androgen insensitivity syndrome.
Okay, I'll find that for you real quick.
It's not all cases either. Some of them end up with some female something, but many of them don't have nothing. Just testes. No uteruses, fallopian tubes, nothing, and no male anything either.
You'll find out. I know there aren't human beings. I know it's biologically impossible for human beings to take neither
How
product.
is it biologically impossible?
Because then we would be
It's
sexless.
not. I just linked the source earlier too with Elsevier.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. That what you're
Can
listing
I
as
see
the
that source?
necessary conditions are not necessary.
Can I see that source?
Yeah, just
This is the thing with this guy. This is what happens.
I asked for source.
A source
Yeah,
for
they're
what? Read
getting
the
it.
literature
She's
of
getting it.
CAIS. Like that's all you have to do.
Individuals with CSI
You never read it.
SRY gene, which typically lead to the male development. However, typically leads to the male. So they're males. They're typically males. However, due to complete inability to
They're
respond
males
to
because of
androgen,
genetic. They're defined based off their chromosomes, not
their
because of the
reproductive
pathways.
pathway differs significantly from typical male development. Okay,
And then
so
you have persistent Mullerian duct syndrome, where based off your logic, they went through both processes, so that people can be both
Are you
at the same
pivoting?
time.
Are you pivoting?
No, I'm not pivoting.
How's
I'm just
that
telling you that
pivoting?
your worldview
She's just
concludes.
giving you
people-
another example.
This is what I'm saying, GAD. Your worldview concludes people can be sexless and people can be both at the same time.
You haven't substantiated that.
I just did.
She literally
I
just
just
said.
did.
You
Why are you
didn't.
not tracking, dude?
Because I'm literally reading this. The just said she has another source for me.
Read
You're
it to
saying this.
us.
You're giving me another
GAD, read it
condition.
to us.
Mira, this is the same thing he did when he was talking about the poll. I showed him the poll that said that most women are in favor of trans women using the women's restrooms, and he completely was splitting fucking hairs to
Whoa.
reject the poll.
I gave you my poll that said 59%.
You didn't give it. That was from a fucking outdated website from
Outdated website.
eons ago, which the last post was like in 2017.
Yours was from 10 years ago. Are you okay?
Yours is
Oh,
susansplace.com, bitch.
Oh.
Susansplace.com.
It was a .org just like your .org, but yours was from 10
Mine
years
wasn't. Mine was from the, what was it again? The Pew Research Center.
.orgs don't matter. That's not
Yeah,
what makes
it's a
something a
.org.
credible source.
Pew Research Center is a .org.
Wait, hold on one second. You do realize that like .orgs don't make something a credible source.
I agree. My company is a .org, but I'm saying that
So you using the justification that it's a .org like Atlantics makes no sense here.
yeah, I'm just saying that it's the same. So she can't say mine's not credible because mine's a .org.
It's
just like
not credible.
hers is a .org.
Susan.org. That's a fucking forum website.
Pew Research is credible because they cite their sources and they're like actual scientific studies. Susan's Place is not credible because it's like
Because what? No, because what, Buck? Go ahead.
it's a social forum.
It's a social forum. They actually,
Yeah.
it was a poll taken and they sourced their poll.
Yeah, opinion pieces. That's not what Pew is.
From where I'm at. Same thing that was coming from okay, so
Folks.
The coping is fucking wild.
coping from what?
Do you just say they took a poll? Delirious nurse, can we take a poll and call it scientific research?
That's
That's what you're doing, you fucking dumb dumb.
Hers was a poll too. Atlantic was a poll.
Yeah, Pew Research poll is a little bit different than like a random social forum poll.
Who said it? You haven't even looked at it. You see, you guys are biased. You haven't
This
even
guy
looked at
just
it.
splits fucking hairs. He's
You haven't even
splitting
looked
I know what
hairs.
Pew Research is because like it's a research institution.
But you haven't seen mine, and you're just coming at it without even looking at it. Kind of biased.
I think you're the one that's biased.
So happy face for Atlantic, sad face for Jad.
Wait, what? You're in your echo chamber. Of course, they're gonna vote for you. Alan, this was one of the worst ass whooping I've given you in a minute. Like, I don't know. This was
Wait,
bad.
I'm sorry, but you like you sucking yourself off isn't gonna work here.
This is
all
what
you're
he
doing right
does. He
I haven't-
lies to himself about it afterwards to cope with the fact that he's cooked.
Well, but I gave my necessary conditions. Still
Listen,
haven't
and
worked.
it failed. And it failed.
Your necessary conditions that you had to like elaborate on 15 million times that makes them not necessary.
Exactly.
Well, no, because she kept trying to refer to the ducts and the organs, but I was simply referring the process. This should have been over in 5 minutes.
Because the process is the development of the organs. Without the process, there is no development of the organs. Why don't you understand that?
Thank you. Yes, we know that.
So it is the organs, the necessary
Not it's
conditions.
the process that's taken to develop these organs. That's
Oh
my
my
necessary
god.
condition.
Here he goes again.
If
It's
there's
just
no
the
development of
process.
the
It's just,
organs, there's
Organs
no
aren't necessary
process.
for life.
If the
even if the
organs
organs
didn't
aren't there,
develop, if the organs didn't develop, the process did not fucking occur.
that's not true. You haven't substantiated that
I
with the
just read
source.
it to you. I
You haven't
showed you the
substantiated
fucking
that
I
with the
showed you
source.
the fucking source.
I can give you a source that's saying people with MRKH they took this pathway. Can you give me a source saying that they
They
did not?
typically take that pathway. Many of
Can you give
them
me a
don't
source that
at
says they
all.
did
I
not?
just read it to you.
No,
If they're
you read a source
lacking
that's saying
GAD, if they're lacking the organs that what this Mullerian shit turns into, they did not go through the fucking
you're drawing
process.
that conclusion.
What do
I'm
you
not.
think
You're drawing that
typically
conclusion.
means? What do
They
you
can
think
still take a
typically
process and
means?
not have the organs.
GAD, what do you think typically means?
Um, how would you
That they
define that?
typically go down that
Not
pathway, meaning not
always.
always. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, they typically wait,
That's
but
what I've been telling you this entire fucking time.
you're
That
putting
many
words
of
in
these
my mouth. When did
people,
I say
you
typically?
said it.
I said
You
typically.
said yes.
I said typically.
Yes, you and Atlantic said because you guys should know that it is typically. Go read it again.
Wait. Please, let's slow
Go
down.
read it
Go read it
again.
Let's slow
again.
down.
Read it
I
again.
said I can give you a
Read it
source.
again.
Go
I
read it
can give you
again,
a source that's
GAD.
Read it again.
read what? What do you want me to read?
Go read the pathway that MRKH takes. Is it typically or is it fully?
I got you.
God, I have it here. It's funny because I'm trying to like talk with this AI to help pull the information out of the sources that it's citing too, because they're just giant chapter books. But it's like arguing. It's like it's telling me that they're not required because they're reproductive organs of embryonic development because those aren't essential to life. So let me just give me a second while I pull it out of this giant Elsevier book. But
That's what
here's
I've
the
been
like
saying, and this guy's not listening.
the like best example that was provided to you too was Atlantic's example with complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, where they'll have both ducts and then regress because they're not sensitive to androgen enough to differentiate.
And they're producing anti-Mullerian hormone at the same time. So boom.
Yeah, but they took either.
They haven't taken shit, idiot.
Yeah,
Don't you now understand that without androgens they cannot develop wolfing anything without with what's it called again? With anti-Mullerian hormone, no fucking Mullerian either.
there'd be a failure to take a path, period, because you can't differentiate between the two
They
paths unless you
cannot
have the hormones to
differentiate.
indicate
No
towards a
process
path.
can occur. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck you're struggling with this.
All right. So the name of this condition is.
Can we just get rid of him? Like this guy is he's just ridiculous at this point.
Are you running?
You're the one who's
Are you
fucking
running?
running. You're the one who cannot
Don't you
accept the
just go
fact that
read
you're
into it,
fucking
I
running.
was just looking into the
Just be like,
MRKH.
okay, listen, I don't know a lot about complete androgen insensitivity syndrome, so I'll drop for now. I'll go read about it and then I'll come back.
Wait, so you
That's
lied
all
and
you
now
have
you're
to do.
running?
That's like what normal adults do.
How does she lie?
Insane.
I was telling you
It only,
that
like, takes
she
so
hasn't
much
read
of, like-
fully into it.
Yeah.
Y'all
like-
like conviction.
Intentional disingenuousness. Like, come on.
Hold on. Yeah. So his whole argument was like that, like the process occurs, but it doesn't occur at the same time. This is like insane.
Oh boy, this has been entertaining.
Are you okay?
No, it's just been entertaining. I've been watching the whole thing.